Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video about living in Italy. My name is Hilda Gloria. If you are here for the first time, thank you so much for tuning in. Consider subscribing so that you get notified when I post a new video. Now, as you have read from the title, in this video I'm going to be explaining to you how you can get a work permit for Italy. So I'm going to be telling you the different types of work permits or visas that you can apply for, how you can apply for them, where you can apply for them, how much they cost, and the updated requirements for each of them. Starting with the types of work permits, there are two types of work permits. Now, there's one where you are seeking employment in Italy and another one where you would like to come to Italy to actually be an entrepreneur or start a business or actually create employment. The first one is called Permesso di Soggiorno Motivo di Lavoro Subordinato, and then the second one is the same but Lavoro Autonomo. Both permits or visas have got different requirements. Let's start with Lavoro Subordinato, where you apply to be an employee or a worker in Italy. The first thing that you need is the application. You need to fill in the modules 1 and 2 from the permit application kit that is usually free from the post office if you live already in Italy, or you go to the Italian consulate to get it if you live outside Italy. So what is required in these two modules? The first thing is details about you, your personal details, your name, your address, where you live. And then for module 2, mainly about the job that you want to do or the job that you have got. They will ask you about the details of your job contract, your employer's details, his tax code, and all that information regarding the job. Next requirement is the job contract. Now, they would like to see a signed job contract between you and your employer. Mainly, they would like to see a copy where both of you have signed, so you need to provide that copy as well. Number 3, if you are already living in Italy and you are applying for a work permit, there is something called the CUD, which is the annual income. Now, if you are abroad and you are hoping to come from abroad, you need also to provide this document, even though it might have a different name, but you need to provide a bank statement showing your annual income. Next is a stamp, which is called Marca da Bollo, which costs 16 euros that you have to attach to the application as well. Now, you can buy, if you are in Italy, you can buy that from any tabaccheria or any, I would say, cigarette shop or coffee shop that has the word tabaccheria. If you are abroad, everything you can get from the consulate, the Italian consulate. The next requirement is a copy of the biodata page of your passport. Now, this also has to be included in the kit before you hand in your application. Make sure that your passport has got at least 6 months before it expires. Also, you will be required to provide 3 passport photographs with a white background and with your ears showing clearly. So that is a requirement as well, and they are very strict about having like a white or plain background and your ears showing. I don't know what is this thing about the ears, but apparently they have to be showing. It has to show your face. So if you wear a veil, it has to show your face basically. And if you are applying for the work permit while you have already gotten the job, you need to provide your previous month pay slip. Now, just to take you back to the job contract, much as your job contract needs to be signed by your employer, it also has to come along with a registration with INPS. What is INPS? INPS is the organization in Italy that caters for your unemployment benefits, it caters for your pension and medical insurance and taxes. So you have to have had that registered. Usually your boss can do it, or you can do it personally online. The validity of your work permit depends on the length or the duration of your work contract. So if you have been contracted to come and work for 1 year, your work permit or your work visa will be for 1 year. And if you've been contracted to come and work for 5 years, you get one for 1 year, and once you arrive in Italy, you will be required to renew after that 1 year using the tax code and everything that you will be given once you arrive here. The other thing that you should know is that once you have the work permit or you have the work visa, you can use this visa to do other things like tourism, like education, in case you change your mind and you want to study, or in case you want to study as as you work as well. So it doesn't limit you, it doesn't have any limitations, and it permits you to work at least 40 hours per week. So it isn't as limited as a student visa or a student permit. By the way, I have a video about getting a Schengen student visa to Italy, so I'm going to link it in the cards up here and down in the description box below. So after this video, go and check it out. Moving on to the other permit, where you come to Italy to create employment or to be an entrepreneur. This one has got, I would say, more paperwork that is needed and more certifications. For example, first of all, you need a certificate of association. If you don't know what a certificate of association is, it is a document that you are given when you start a business. This document is usually given by your country, and it is certified by the Italian consulate. They usually come and check your business and make sure that everything is registered, everything is being done the right way according to a certain kind of criteria. Of course, for you to know the criteria, you have to go to the consulate in your country to find out what they would really require for you to come as an entrepreneur to Italy. Now, once you have that certificate of association, it is certified by the Italian consulate, and in addition to that, you will need to photocopy all the pages of your passport. Now, why do they do this? Of course, they need your biodata page, but they also would like to know if you have traveled for business before, and this is very important. That is why they ask you to photocopy every single page of your passport. The other reason why they need to certify the certificate of association is to prove that the business is actually there and you're not just making up things, because you could just write about a business that actually doesn't exist. So they have to come there and check the physical, presence of the business. Now, once you have received the certification from the Italian consulate, you can come to Italy with that visa, and then once it expires, for you to renew, you will require different documents. Now, you acquire those documents while you are already here. For example, registration with the Italian Chamber of Commerce is mandatory, and you have to show a copy of your tax returns. Also, when you get to Italy, you need to get the Italian business license. So you have to show a copy of that if you want, your work permit or your employer permit, kind of business permit, to be renewed. You have got to register again with the Italian authorities and get the authorization, or what I would call the license. Now, once you are here, you will be required to get an identity card, an Italian ID card. You will need to attach the identity card of the entrepreneur, and if it is a partnership of more than one entrepreneurs, you will need to provide the ID cards of all the partners of the business. Also, if you have employees, you will need to break down the different roles that you have in your company and the different tasks that the employees are doing, and provide the documents of these people to show that you're actually doing a business. You have employed people, and they're like physical people that are actually doing jobs in your business, and you show what kind of jobs, you show how you registered for their unemployment benefits with IMSS, you show their job contracts, their IDs. So you basically show your documents as an entrepreneur, and also you share or you attach copies of the people that work in your company. Now, moving on to where you apply or how you apply. It's different for when you are abroad and you haven't arrived yet in Italy, and also different when you are in Italy. Now, starting with when you are in Italy, it's a bit easier. When you are in Italy, you just walk to the post office, pick up the kit, fill up all the information that is needed, attach all the required documents, and give it to the post office, and they will send it to the police. Then the police will give you a date for you to go and have a short interview, and then after that, if everything is okay, they will call you to go and pick up your permit when it is ready. Now, if you are abroad, everything has to go through the Italian consulate, all the consultation, all the documents, all the certification, everything that I just mentioned just has to be approved and received by the Italian consulate, which will send those now to the Italian police here, which is called the questura. So it's a bit longer when you are abroad than when you're actually here, I would say. How long does it take? I haven't had the experience with people that are abroad, so I'm going to talk about my own experience. And getting a work permit for me took me about 2 months after I had done the application and handed in all the required documents. But my case was a bit different because I was just converting from a student permit to a work permit. By the way, I have a video about that as well if you'd like to watch it. I'm going to link it down in the description box below, how to convert your student permit into a work permit. So the process is a bit different, but I know people that come here and then apply for a work permit and they get it in the same amount of time, which is 2 months maximum. How much does it cost? Now, if you are an entrepreneur, of course you're going to pay more money because you're going to need a lot of registrations with the Chamber of Commerce. You need to provide a lot of documentation, and you have to show a bank statement which has more money than, you know, a person who is just coming to seek employment. It's just logical. The permit itself, putting aside all the procedure and the paperwork that needs to get involved, the permit itself is 154, which is the standard amount of money that we pay for every other permit. The same procedure or the same terms and conditions apply to this type of permit. Once you have it, you can study with it, you can travel with it, and it doesn't have much limitations. You can have a family with it, so it doesn't really have any much limitations, as you're free to study, to travel, to have a family. It doesn't have any limitations on the amount of hours you can work. I would say it is a more free visa for people that would like to do, for example, freelance, or would like to do a consultancy, or specialists. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you live in another country. Is the visa process the same, or is the permit process the same, or is there anything that is different? If you have any questions or video requests about living in Italy, just drop them in the comment section below, and as promised, I'm going to link related videos to this down in the description box below, or you can just go through my channel and you will be able to watch all of them in the playlist Life in Italy. I will see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the red subscribe button down below. Bye.